Agency for Rural Development is a host institution for the National Rural Development Network. For the first time it was legally decided that for the programming period 2007 and 2013 every European Union member state has to establish the National Rural Network. In our case, this function is carried out by Agency for Rural Development. The agency was created back in 1995, so in quite big time advance we has had an institution which has now legally assigned function of the rural network. Leader program is a method in which cooperate three basic subjects: public administration and civil service, non-profit organizations and business sector. If this kind of cooperation is treated right way, I think it could support a rural development, and on some levels it is already supporting. I can say it is starting to be obvious in our country. Thanks to the good cooperation with Slovakian NRDN, we invite them and they invite our local action group and us to this and similar projects.
Což je vlastně dneska důkaz toho, že jsme tady zvou zase na své akce sem, naše místní akční skupiny i nás.
Máme tu zastúpené vlastne regióny celého Slovenska tým spôsobom, že ich reprezentujú.
They are represented regions from the whole Slovakia by local action groups which work in the given regions. Also foreign participants are here. National Rural Development Networks from Hungary, Czech Republic and Poland. We invited these countries, our neighbors, to participate in our exposition and we are glad they are here. Local action groups in these countries are beyond us because of their longer experience, and for us it is an opportunity to learn some new things they had already experienced.
Takže pre nás je to aj taká príležitosť trošku sa naučiť od toho, čo oni už majú za sebou.
Our attendance in exhibition in Nitra was made in order to establish cooperation with Slovakia, as we, Poland, Świętokrzyskie Voivodeship, have rich experience and working methods to activate local community. I believe that after this exhibition, the visit of representatives from Slovakia, from Slovakian National Rural Development Network, will take place in Świętokrzyskie Voivodeship, where we would like to start closer mutual cooperation. Lags in Poland, Świętokrzyskie Voivodeship, do have accustomed ways of work. In our voivodeship there are 18 lags. We support them and cooperate, we support their region heritage and our regional traditions. I think it is the only way to inform about culture in each region, in our voivodeship, in Poland and also in Europe, among the others in Slovakia.
Każdego regionu, nie tylko w naszym województwie, w Polsce, ale również w Europie, między innymi Słowenii.
At the beginning of this year, Hungarian Rural Network and Slovakian National Rural Development Network signed a cooperation agreement. Within this cooperation, they have been already done 2 common activities and we plan to do more of them. We have good functioning cooperation agreement also with Polish Rural Network, where several shared activities were done successfully. We want to achieve the same thing with our Slovakian partners.
We are civic association named Association of Svornosť Microregion. We present our region by nature wealth, for example Oponice Castle, which was in former times owned by famous Aponi family. In our region are typical novansky folk costume, gingerbread decorating and traditional regional product, pie called solčiansky skladaník.
Tak sa volá koláč, ktorý je známy v našom regióne.
Is this work difficult?
No, not at all. It can do anybody, but not many people are interested in doing decorating these days. I've been doing this for 20 years, but only privately for family members. It is traditional sourdough in this pie. It is filled with poppy seeds, nuts, plum jam and cottage cheese. It is made for different holiday occasions, baptism, weddings, for guest welcoming in village and so on.
We came to represent our microregion, Požitavce Širočina. We bring here publications about region and tourist guidebooks, regional products, regional wines, vinum vivo, and we are also represented by small craftsmen.
A taktiež nás prezentujú drobní remeselníci.
Does the wine need some special soil? The placement of the vineyard is important, but the wine quality depends on a complex of more factors: soil, location, own viticulture fund. All these vineyards have the common characteristics that they are situated on the hill and have the best environmental conditions. These are vineyard villages Červený Hrádok, Nevidzany and Čierne Klačany.
My sme stánok, ktorý reprezentuje 11 obcí, občianske združenie mikroregiónu Radošinka.
We represent Civic Association for Microregion Radošinka. We are presenting here our craftsmen, skilled people and entrepreneurs from our region, products from our scenographers, craft women and ceramists. Here is a producer of honey and bee products.
We have 3 different honeys: flower, wax polished and acacia honey. We also produce these honey candles which you can see here. Candles are made in procedure where the bee wax is melted, clarified and poured into special silicone forms.
We refer about our region like an agricultural region, so you can see here examples of agricultural products. Wine, honey and such a regional products that were made by our grandmas and their mothers, but these products are not able to be sold in market networks. During this exhibition we are represented mostly by products from ecological agriculture, whether it is crop or livestock production, by examples of folk traditions from our region represented by folklore ensembles Vach and Biela Voda. In our region there are 44 villages including 1 district town. The region is situated in the area of Považská Bystrica and Púchov counties. Until now we have announced 2 calls from implementation strategy. These days is actual the 3rd call. So the 2 calls were completed and passed to the agricultural paying agency.
The main idea of Association of Slovakian Young Farmers is the fact that average age of young farmers in Slovakia is high. The aim of the association is to attract young people into agriculture and to support and defend their interests. In other European Union countries, there are different support mechanisms of supporting young farmers which, sad to say, do not exist in Slovakia. This was the basic reason for establishing such association, as we want to support young people in rural areas. For the most of them, it is the only possibility to employ in agriculture, because there are no other business firms in their region. But there exists agricultural land, which could be utilized.
First, I would like to introduce our region of Civic Association Partnership for LAG Tierchovská Dolina, which consists of 17 villages, where 16 villages are from Žilina region and 1 is from Zázriva, Dolný Kubín region. Our region is oriented on tourism. It is region where the legendary bandit Janošík was born.
Je to kraj Janošíka, kde sa narodil Janošík a žijeme vlastne z toho cestovného ruchu. Sme členmi.
Our local action group are from Banská Bystrica region, specifically local action group Malohon, Civic Association Podpolanie, LAG Chopok Juh, Civic Association Zlatá cesta a Horný Ipel.
Podpolanie, Chopok Juh, Zlatú cestu, Horný Ipel.
Weaving is very difficult work as it has more phases. You have to reel in, weave, procure the material and many other things. We work and produce as a sheltered workshop.
Tak my sme prišli na túto výstavu prezentovať našich šikovných remeselníkov z Košického kraja.
We came here to represent our handicraftsmen from Košice region. In our region we have 4 local action groups. Local action group Rudohorie, local action group Horná Slánska Vrchy, both from the area near Košice town, local action group Tokaj Rovina, famous for its Slovakian Tokaj wine, as it is region of the vineyards, and local action group Civic Association Kras, which is in the area near Rožňava town.
Vinohradnická oblasť, úplne na najkrajnejšej oblasti východného Slovenska, a miestna akčná skupina krás, OZ krás. Tá sa nachádza vlastne v oblasti okolo Rožňavy.
We are local action group Stara Čierna Voda from Galanta region. We associate 6 villages. Are you doing well? Yes, we were successful and obtained financial aid from LEADER program for different activities, cultural and capital. For example, in village Králov Brod we made a reconstruction of community center which was built in 1975.
Local action group Dudvách is situated in Galanta, in self-governing region Trnava, and we present 12 villages. We deal with LEADER from 2008. We have accepted 16 projects till now. There is a third cycle of calls. Villages are mostly focused on reconstruction of community houses, houses of mourning, public areas. One project was focused on a rural tourism development.
In our exposition of NRDN, Regional Office Prešov, the visitors can see traditional products. We also present culture of our region. For example, yesterday's performance of folklore ensemble Hermanovčan.
Kultúru Prešovského kraja, ako bolo tomu včera. Mali sme krásne vystúpenie skupiny Hermanovčan.
These carpets are made from damask or woolen fraise. Some waste material like outworn clothes is used. This kind of production is passed from generation to generation, where only some of weaving looms were preserved. This one is the smallest variant of the loom. There are also bigger looms, almost as big as a half of a room. We are representatives from Kopaničerský region, local action group. This region has a typical folklore, distinctive inhabitants, folk architecture, beautiful culture. It is also typical homemade food products, as we can see here, like good slivovica, scratchings, sausages and plums from our orchards.
I'm from Myjava region, from Restovec village, which is situated near Myjava town. The process of weaving is not difficult. The worst part of the work is to prepare the material, plant and hoe it. I have always liked ancient things, what is related with the environment I grew up. My grandparents took care of me. They had a farm, we were always working hard. I like this way of life.
What I like the most is the exposition of Nitra region. I think that all traditions are fading out from our lives. Mostly young people do not pay attention to it. That is the shame, because this generation is the last one which keeps the traditions alive, and when they are gone, everything will end up.
Do you think that we act enough to preserve these traditions?
Yes, as far as I know, in many villages there are folklore ensembles which help to preserve songs, dances and traditions from their regions.